Hello everybody.
Back in the car.
Back in the car, and we're talking now after last week's heated debate.
Oh yes, we're back in a pleasant mode. How you doing?
So we're going to talk about flower arranging.
Yes.
No, we're not.
No.
I don't know anything about flower arranging,
Just
except there's something about the 3 and the 5 and the 7.
Numerology.
No,
Just in terms of the way they
uneven
look.
numbers. I think
Yeah.
apparently if you're thinking about flower arranging, that's what you need. You need like 5 of one and 3 of another. There's a balance to it apparently.
Ah, nice. Nice
yeah.
tip there. Nice
I know.
flower arranging tip. Yes.
Yeah. For nothing. There it is.
There it is.
And so you know what he said to me earlier today? He said, I think I'd make a good drag queen.
Yes, I did say that because I noticed of late that this has been going on for a while, but I've been walking on tiptoes around the house. And I've caught myself doing it going, why am I walking around the house on tiptoes? As if I'm wearing heels. So I just happened to sort of say that. And Ava said, you probably make quite a good drag queen. At which point I said I'd nail a...
Nail it. Didn't even pause for a beat thinking, would I, wouldn't I? No, just went,
the cheekbones.
yeah, I would nail that.
So has that revealed something?
So I don't know, what I am interested in is the tiptoe thing. Like as if there was sort of cold wet water beneath you or something.
Yeah, but
like
it's
puddles.
not that. It's just for some reason I like prancing
I'm going
around
to keep
on
an eye out
tiptoes.
for that. I've not seen him do it.
Yeah,
But it's an interesting affectation, isn't it?
it is a bit.
And on drag queens, I've been watching, rather coincidentally, I've been watching this masterclass by RuPaul, and he says that we're all born naked, and after that, the rest is drag,
Because it's uniform or costume.
which
or...
I love. It's all drag. This is drag.
Yeah, it's true.
It's all drag.
You're wearing something to
Yeah.
express something about yourself, right? Which is
Yeah, which is a great thing to be able to have that palette to just as a way of identifying yourself and expressing your
Well, that's what
artistic flair.
fashion as an art form.
Yes, but it's everything, isn't it? Everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Right, everything's drag.
Everything after being naked is drag. So yes, you can.
What?
I won't judge you.
Get dragged up.
Yeah. What sort of drag queen would you be? What sort of colour wig will you go for there? Will you stay dark or go a little bit feisty red, little blonde? You haven't given it much thought, have you?
I may have given it more thought than you had. I think I would probably just be open to. This is quite strange that we're talking about this one, but it's fine. It's openness. I think that as well as that we all have elements of masculinity and femininity within us.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely okay. I'm not a man, although sometimes I am. But like, it's okay to
When you're chopping wood.
for example, or playing football, or knocking back a couple of points.
Like with the lads.
But I just think it's that is the way things are. So there are masculine women and there are feminine men and all sorts in between.
Yeah.
And it's all cool.
I mean, if I was to go be a bloke, I'd quite like one of those Peaky Blinders haircuts with the shave and the big floppy fringe.
Yeah.
I'd like a big floppy fringe with nothing else to worry about. All this.
I suppose like having long hair as a guy is kind of an expression of that. I suppose maybe.
What about all those rock stars? Those heavy
Yeah, but they're all
rocker
like
types
very free.
flicking
It's free. It's very free to have long hair.
Free.
It's I was mistaken for a woman when I had really long hair all the time. By like
You were?
big guys in supermarkets going, after you, love. I was like, thanks.
Don't worry, babe.
Thanks.
It's the way you
happens.
wiggle your bottom when you walk.
I don't know if that's true. Anyway,
Anyway.
that's one subject to get
Yeah,
some mix
we
around.
just sort of thought, do what you want. Yes, you can. Stay on focus. If you, just belief in yourself, isn't it? Or believing that, yes, I can do that. Nothing to stop me from doing that. I believe that. And I'm going for it.
Express yourself. The other thing we think about this week is people who are very positive in situations where it could be judged as not being positive. Now, I have a friend who has had his leg removed, and he is the most upbeat, funny, positive, delightful person that I think I might know. He's always finding the up, always funny, and he's one of those people in life, a role model really, where stuff goes badly, but he's always finding the upbeat, and I think that's a really important thing, to be, if you can be. If you can kind of channel into being upbeat or positive or finding a solution. If something happens, it's going to hit you and you're going to go through whatever you need to go through. And that's cool too, because that's the expression of emotion. But if you can try to find solutions or try to find answers and try to just box clever, as my dad said, or find a different kind of way to react to things, which isn't a self-pity party, it's more of a kind of finding the light, finding the humour, finding the positive. I think it's a really incredibly wonderful way of reacting to events and situations.
Just finding the upside.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to, haven't you, really? You can't spiral down. You've got to keep going up and, into positivity. And often things, not like your mate who's had his leg off, obviously, but things can happen, can't they? And you think it's the end of the world at the time. And actually what transpires is later down the line, you think, thank God that happened, because otherwise I wouldn't be here doing this. So things can seem, when things come at you and they seem a little bit overwhelming and a little bit too much to cope with, you kind of just still got to go, okay, where's this going? This is taking me to a new place where new things are going to happen, and ultimately it's in my greatest good, and you can't really fight it too much. I think certainly not with a down energy.
No, I think some people are born with that natural kind of sunny side up type of way, so it's easier for some people to do that. But it's worth investigating that situation.
Got to stop and see the privilege of what you have got.
I think it's really helpful. I read something the other day about Jim Carrey. So he said this, not me. Okay, but he said absolutely depression is a real thing. But before you get diagnosed or take that diagnosis seriously and wear it as a badge, not that you'd be wearing it as a self-pitying thing, but if that is the case, just make sure you're exercising, drinking enough water, have a good diet, you're getting enough sun, and you hang around with people that don't bring you down.
True. That is so true.
And Jim Carrey said that, and I think that's quite an interesting thing, I think, because those things can really impact upon you, people's negativity, or if they're just low vibrationally emotional people, that can bring you down. So be careful who you hang out with. Be careful what you stick in your gob. And and be careful. Make sure you get some exercise, drink water and sunshine and all the rest of it.
The water's really important.
Yeah.
If our daughter comes back from school and goes, I got a headache, and I'll just first thing drink water. Get back to me in half an hour.
I had this, the other day. I had to start with a backache going, right, and I thought, oh God, this back's going. And then luckily this car's got some heated seat, so it put heat on my back, and 10 minutes later it was gone. I was like, it's worth remembering that hot water bottle applies some heat sometimes, rather than oh shit, paracetamol. It's good to kind of just maybe think about doing that. So those are a few things we've been thinking about this week.
That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it probably is. And then the other thing is this Corona thing. I mean, but I came up with this thing because I'm out and about quite a bit. So I've just said I'm giving up handshaking for Lent. So instead, we're just going to come up with different ways to greet each other, which don't require skin touch.
Like that. Hello.
Require kind of different methodologies. Like you might be kind of like that.
Yo, how's it going?
Or you might, something else. So we're going to try and it might be a way to kind of have a bit of fun whilst avoiding shaking hands or touching your face. Although there was something really funny. One of the World Health Organization people was talking about it's absolutely vital that you wash your hands and don't touch your face. And then within a beat later, because she was turning the page, she put her hand in her mouth on camera, licked her finger and turned the page.
It's so hard.
So hard, isn't it?
It's so hard not to touch your face. What's that about?
Anyway.
Got to wear your gloves. I wear these all the time now. We love you. Have a great week.
Love.